Hi there. I thought I'd do today's video on how to find the right home business. And yesterday the wind affected some of the audio with the camera here I have going. And so I got under the gazebo today and I figure the audio ought to be better. Give you a little bit different look at the pond here that's next door. Unfortunately, I don't see the geese and ducks swimming around. They're probably hiding in the shade somewhere. It's going to be 90 again today, but most every day around here in Aurora, Colorado is pretty beautiful. And so anyway, I wanted to share our experiences and how to find the right home business. We learned the hard way. I mean, anything that we teach you is we've learned through the hardships of making mistakes, you know, and keeping going forward and whatnot. I mean, finding the right home business cost us about $70,000. Now, how many people would have kept on going after they lost $70,000? But it's like that with most businesses. I mean, if you go start a business, you're going to go way into debt before you start making profit. Why should you think differently about a home business when you got so much to learn and so much to find out? Well, I want to share some of the things that I've learned along the way so you don't go through the same stumbling blocks, impasses or whatnot. One thing, one of the reasons why I'm doing this video on how to pick the right home business is because in internet marketing or network marketing, there's three components. The first one is a constant, which is the company. It's the same for everybody in the company. That's why it's a constant. The second thing is compensation. That's a constant. And the third thing is you. And in the last video we talked about you and your role, and you're the real variable in being successful. But we want to get you in the right company. Now, there are a lot of different companies out there, and you've heard how so many people fail with the home business. That's largely due to them, but also the right company makes a big difference. I mean, I don't know how many we started. I can't go through the names, obviously, because liabilities, but we were in a lot of different home business situations, 5 to 10. And what can I share? Well, first of all, you don't want one that you got to get all these products. And what companies those are is self-explanatory. I mean, you got your garage full of products, you got your cellar full of products, all this inventory, and a very small markup of profit that you're going to make on it all. You want to avoid that kind of thing where you got to fill up your garage full of products. I'm sorry. Let's see. I had these fresh in my mind before I came out here to talk to you. What other kinds of companies don't you want? Well, let's get to what you do want, and maybe those kind of things come back to me. You want one with a great compensation package. And obviously the best thing that you can have is 100% commission. Now, until 20 months ago, there wasn't any companies that had 100% commission. And so the original one that started that 20 months ago, and I'm going to leave that out, that's what I'm in. That's the best one to go with. And you'll be able to find what I'm doing and whatnot in my blog, and easy enough for you to follow up. The ones that have come after that are copycats, and they lack integral parts in their company. And the integral parts are the community and the leadership. And that's a major thing that you want with a company, is your community and your leadership. Now, we're fortunate enough that our leadership leads by example. In other words, a company that's made not for someone to get rich, but for you to be successful and everyone that joins to be successful and become rich and succeed and have their dreams come true. If a company is made for you, that's a whole lot different than some MLM where there's a piece of the pie and the person that made the company is the one that's getting the biggest piece of the pie. That's not what you want. So 100% commission. But I've already alluded to a big part, leadership and community. You know, if you have a situation, like in our company, we have a situation where we have a call every Monday night, and people are drawn into the innovations of the company and what's working and what you should be doing, and helping with mindsets and focus and just giving you everything that can be given for you to succeed. And our personal teams, I mean, we have a Google Hangout every Wednesday night, and it's just sharing the places of where people have labored for years and years, and they found success, and this is where they had failures. And so that's shared among the team. And then we even have a team site that's full of extra training, teaching people how to have the skills and the tools of the trade, how to set up Aweber and everything you can think of, effective email marketing, you know. And with that site, we also have a hangout, a team call every morning, Monday through Thursday. Those kind of, and we have events every 90 days. Thousands of people get together, and it recharges their battery, and you get relationships that are made that you can draw on, and you can learn what this one is doing and what this one is doing and what you shouldn't be doing. And we share the experiences of one another and build each other up, and that kind of community is something that you really, really want to look forward to. And so that's a huge difference than when you get into a company and you buy whatever it is for the products that they have, and then good luck to you, and you don't make it, and then you go to the next one. Now, one of the things that has just come back to me is what not to do. Don't go into a high-tier company. You know, high-tier would be products that cost a great deal of money. I mean, our first one, if you got all three products, I don't know, it was $22,000 to $25,000. Well, we never made any of that back. That was a big hit. Now, the company we're in is low tier. It's made so anybody can start from ground zero and have success. And you can literally start with $25. Now, I'm a personal testimony of doing that. I don't advocate that because starting at just at $25 might have cost me $100,000 last year. When I really look at all the figures of what I could have done if I had come in with a greater confidence and taken more massive action initially. But I started with $25, and I had no list, and I had no successful experience, just some mistakes. And I had no budget. And I took that $25, and then after a month, I took the profits, and I got the next product, which was $100, and then a few months later, I got the next thing, and I just built up over time in that year. Now, if I had just gone after it in the very beginning, I would have had a much, much greater return. And it's sort of like starting a sub shop, and in the beginning, all you can sell is roast beef sandwiches. Well, there's a whole lot of people that you missed out on that would have bought Italian and steak and cheese and whatnot, So, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And I understand apprehensions because we had lost $70,000. We had just spent $2,200 about 2 months before on another opportunity, and then that really showed itself for not being a good way to go. And so anyway, low tier is, I mean, anybody, for instance, with the $25, anybody can start. And that's just a lunch somewhere. And if someone says, I really, really can't come up with $25, then they really, really need to start, because they need to do this, or nothing's going to be better next week, next month, next year. I mean, you can find a way. Your mother has $25, your friend has $25. I mean, our buddy Vic, he went and borrowed $30,000 back in 2005 to get started with his internet marketing. And he went through the first $20,000 and had zero return. I mean, that's got to be scary. So those are some of the places you don't want to go. I had another one in my head when I was talking, and I get going in a line of thinking. Stay away from you don't want to do home parties. Here's another one that just came back to me. Good God. Business is a numbers game. I learned this from one of our first opportunities. Our first opportunities, I learned how to go cold calling. This was back in the 90s. Door to door. Can't say what it was. It was financial services. And I learned that if I could place 10 books and come back and ask them questions about what they read, 1 out of 10 people ended up purchasing from me, whether it was some kind of stocks, investments, insurances, or whatever. And so I learned it was a numbers game. Well, if you're just going to go and you're going to have a home party and make cookies and have 10 people come in to your house, well, maybe you're going to have some kind of return, because everything's going to have some kind of return. I mean, you can go and stand on the corner, and sooner or later, somebody is going to read your sign, someone's going to talk to you, and you're going to have some kind of return for your time. But it's not going to be a good one. And so you don't want to do something with home parties, because it's a numbers game. And so that's why the beauty of internet is great. If you can learn how to maximize, how to become visible on the internet, and we can teach you that, then you can have great numbers seeing your information, your websites, and that puts the percentages in your favor. I mean, our company, our goal, our motto, for instance, is get 2 people to sign up a day. Just 2 $25 new signups. And if you can do that every day for 90 days, then you're going to be making, I believe it's $30,000 a month has been the history of what people have done. You're going to be set. Just getting 2 people a day at the $25 level. So you have to approach this as a business. And a lot of the home opportunity businesses out there are presenting, just go do this and you can make a little money, and here's a nice hobby for you, that kind of thing. That's all well and good. I mean, I did my home business with a full-time plus job last year and made a lot of extra money. But you want to approach your home business as a business, and that's a big thing. And so that's why you want to really look at what you're offering people, because people are going to look at you more than the opportunity. And so you're putting your name, you're putting your stamp of approval on opportunity, and that's something important. So I know there was a couple more things on businesses. Let me go over all the businesses in my mind that we've had and before. A bunch of them came and went. You want to look for success. mean, are you seeing a handful of people having success? Are you seeing thousands of people having success? That's a big thing to look for. I mean, in a lot of these MLM opportunities, you have a situation where people on top that were first in really made the money, and now you can't make very much, and you have to have thousands of people beneath you to make very, very little. That's not the kind of situation you want. But if you're in an opportunity where you see there isn't going to be any saturation in the market, first of all, because of how many billion people on Earth. So the market's never going to be saturated. So if you see, your opportunity you're looking at has 100,000 people and it keeps growing, like ours that we're in 20 months ago, it started at 0 and it's got 150,000 plus now, and it keeps growing. That's a big thing. If you see that people, not just a handful, but people are having more and more success. I mean, my testimony, again, my personal testimony is we had never, out of all the $70,000 we had attempted, we had never made any money back. And with our company, we made $75. We had 3 sales in our first week. So our very first beginning, we had our first sales. And then it's just grown from there. Well, if you go to an event and how many people have made money and everybody stands up, or you can't even see the people that don't, that means something. Because a lot of those people are people that, like myself, that could never make any money anywhere else. And then as they keep developing the skills, like myself, who keep making more and more money and becoming more and more successful. Home business is something that you can earn a good deal of money as you learn, but your focus needs to be on learning the trade. Your focus needs to be not on the sale, but learning how to market. I mean, it's like learning about the business, applying yourself to the business, just like your life depends on it, just like you put $500,000 on the table, which if you bought a franchise, that's about what you would have to do to get the franchise tag and do everything the way they say and whatnot. And so, I mean, the opportunities that are out there are fantastic. I mean, if you were going to college, I mentioned this in my last video, and you're going to go $180,000 in debt, well, you can get into good home business, and maybe you put $1,000 into it or $5,000 into it, but you can literally make your money back very, very quickly. I mean, in ours, you can literally make it back in a day if you signed up somebody that got everything that you got. And so, well, that's my insight for you, how to find the right opportunity. A big thing is community, having the right leadership, leading by example. The company's there for you, not for them. Another big thing is compensation. 100% commission is what you want. And I tell you again, go for the original, because the others lack the leadership in the community. And you don't want products, and you don't want high tier, and you don't want your garage full and doing home parties and whatnot. Those are about the tips I can give you. Oh, I remember the last thing. Really, the best thing that you can have for a home business is to have a product that's educational, that gives people information. Think about it. When people go on the internet, when they Google something, they want to find out how to do something. They want to find out information on something. Well, for instance, people want to learn how to make money. If you had a company that was teaching people how to market, how to make money online, that's a product that people want. Everybody wants that. And so when you buy a product like that, then you're not, of course, having stuff in your garage. and it's 100% markup. In other words, you buy it and you have 100% commissions. Well, somebody else buys that from you, you've made back your money instantly that you invested in that product. Well, you know, this is a way to go. Information, educational products, that's the kind of thing people are looking for. And so that's my last tip for you on what to look for to have the right home business. We can tell you by experience that it's a hard road to hoe. I mean, people have had success in other things, but they're the fortunate few. You want to be where the masses are having success. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to make for a video tomorrow, next day, but it's going to be another thing that'll give you personal insight from what we've learned not to do and what we've found that does work. And so stay tuned, go to YouTube, go to my blog. Our blog is becoming more and more informative and helpful for people. And we want our team, we want anybody that watches this to be successful and get out of your job and have the freedom to sit here in another gorgeous day wherever you want to live and live life on your terms. So I encourage you to find the right home business, go after it,